Hello everyone, welcome to my series on the spiritual matrix. This is something that I've been speaking about in a number of my energy updates which I deliver every month. And thank you for those who've helped me to recommend delivering this through video. I was originally going to be writing this as an ebook, and I'm going to be creating a number of videos here to cover these key topics that I feel are so relevant, and they've been so relevant to my journey on this path, because in the spiritual field, as we awaken and as we wake up to this incredible shift in consciousness that is occurring, there is a spiritual field. So this is the movement, you might call it, the spiritual mainstream of thoughts, ideas, belief systems. And as radical as they are from our normal lives that we've awakened into, they are still belief systems that are part of an ideology. There's a lot of ideologies out there that we adopt without thinking because we are awakening into it. And spirituality is very similar to religion, because a religion is essentially a set of belief systems, doctrines, which people adopt to. And as free and liberal as we think we are, we will naturally adopt to various belief systems, and over time, through experience, we can go into these endless cycles and loops unless we really understand how to break out of those particular belief systems. So this is what I mean by the spiritual matrix, because as much as there is a matrix in the world that we are breaking out of, that we can call the 3D matrix, which is about just going to work, not thinking about anything else apart from TV and the news, and just walking around asleep. That's what essentially our definition of being asleep is, right? Where we just don't think for ourselves. We don't know that we've got power inside. We don't know that we've got love inside, infinite access to the divine intelligence within you, and infinite power, infinite guidance, all of this. As much as that, as we're breaking out of that 3D matrix, and then we enter into the spiritual field, I feel there's a spiritual matrix which is largely unconscious from a lot of belief systems which are passed around and then adopted, and also some I feel is actually conscious by possibly a minority on the planet who are benefiting from that as well, which I'll talk about in my videos as well. But largely this is to help you to move through things that I see so many people go through. And after 10 years of running the London College of Spirituality in London, and watching people go through the same cycles that I've gone through, and I'm still going through, I realised that there's something important here that needs to be shared around. Let's just look at these belief systems. So this isn't about me saying this is wrong and this is right. This is about questioning. And if we're not able to question, then we just walk around and we'll use that belief system as our foundation. But if we can question that and then start to look at it and actually ask ourselves, does it really serve me, and is this true for me? And this is a question that I really put to you as I deliver these. This isn't to insult your beliefs, but it's to challenge you. And I think that's a good thing. In fact, it's a very good thing to be challenged, and then you can decide, is it true for you as you take this on. So there's a few key concepts I'm going to be discussing throughout this video series, and that is around the spiritual bypass, which I'm sure you may have heard of, you may not have heard of, which is where we over-spiritualize our emotions and polarize to the light. We're talking about that. There's the white shadow, where we are unconsciously trying to be humble because we feel that's what it means to be spiritual, and in turn deny our power and our sense of worth. Then I'm going to talk about spirituality and money, big theme that interweaves in and out. People have very strong opinions around this on the get-go, and so I really want to get into that one as well. I want to talk about worth and this idea of unworthiness, and whether we are working too much on ourselves through growth work, and too much growth work can also lead to excessive self-criticism and perfectionism. It's a big one as well. And I want to talk about being neutral, where we don't feel that we can have an opinion because we're trying to be so neutral and balanced and spiritual and unity consciousness. So a lot of this is about being real. A lot of this is about being authentic. This is about being human. And I did a couple of videos on navigating the ascension where I talked about being human. This is a big part because being spiritual is also being human. We've forgotten that as well in this field. And then there's a lot of belief systems around manifestation, around creation, around how that works, and around how following your passion works, and how this path actually, the reality of this path as a light worker. I want to relay a lot of this, and I've got a few others here around power, expression, and also around twin flames. I'm going all out. I'm going to be discussing a lot of things, and everything I'm talking about is related to direct experiences that I've had, and this is why I'm sharing it. So really this whole series is to ask you to really look at your direct experiences as your foundation rather than other people's belief systems. So even as I'm sharing it, I'm sharing from my direct experience, but ask yourself, does it resonate with you? Have you been going through similar patterns, and can you experiment with what I'm talking about to see if it can work for you? So please have a look at these videos and tell me what you think, and I hope you enjoy them, and I hope they allow you to make shifts in your life for the positive, for your expansion, for you to actually become more grounded and authentic and embodied and an integrated light worker.